Kemba Walker, step back, Walker, cardiac Kemba does it again.
Ubilis, 7 seconds to go. Three-pointer.
Oh! Hutchins! Double order!
Again, comes down to fundamentals.
Oh! My goodness! Sorrentine hit that one from the parking lot.
Watford for the win.
Yes! Yes!
Trip to the Sweet 16. Caney's got it. Rises up. The shot.
And it's good! It's good! From the corner! And it's over! Gonzaga! The flipper still fits! Ha ha! College basketball!
What up?
What up? What up?
Not much. Same old shit. Getting killed. Getting fucking killed. Been a
Hey, you
brutal
bounced back. You bounced back last night.
No, I still lost money. Even if I win everything tonight, I'm still gonna lose money.
What were
Fucking
you last night? You barely lost, right?
losing's losing. Wisconsin's shitting the absolute fucking bet against Minnesota. Clemson couldn't fucking close out against Boston College. What the fuck else they have? Upstate looked like absolute dog shit. Sean Hall scored 15 points and they scored 83. Butler, don't know why I bet Butler. Just getting fucking killed. Shit's no fun when you lose.
Jacob says you need to start betting totals.
No. I'd fucking quit betting before I bet totals.
What are you sitting at right now?
3-6.
3-6. What are you pending?
Well, Badgers are an L, so that's 3-7. Oklahoma, Marquette, and then Washington and Lindenwood. But I will probably get one of those. So no matter what, it will be a brutally red day. I already know. How's your day going?
Oh, not terribly. I got a lot of bets pending though, so that makes me a little nervous. 7-3 so far. I've got Oklahoma pending. Hopefully that's looking. They're up 10 with 2 minutes, 30 seconds left, so that's good. Then I've got Marquette, Wisconsin, Ole Miss, Notre Dame money line, Loyola Chicago -5.5, and Lindenwood money line. So we'll see. We'll see how I finish down the stretch. I know Huffer's having a pretty good day. I think he started out 7-2. He was on that USC Upstate with you. But besides that, I think we all lost on Alabama, I think.
Yeah, that team's fucking dog shit.
And then he's on Marquette, UL Lafayette, Ole Miss, and Loyola Chicago for the rest of the night, it looks like, based on just the pick sheet.
There we go. I might double down on Washington or just go stupid on Washington to try to break even today.
Jacob, that's pretty much exactly what he said right before we went live. See that, Stewie?
Yeah, no, I just tweeted that out too.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, Wisconsin fucking sucks. They're gonna get bounced before the Sweet 16 in the tournament. This team's fucking dogs. We can't shoot anymore. We can't fucking shoot.
What happened?
I don't know. We just can't fucking shoot. It's Minnesota, for Christ's sake. I fucking hate this team. Every year. Same shit, different pile. Anyway, well, I guess we might as well just start getting into it because we're on limited time.
Hey, how about my Cats though, real quick? Outright. Don't even need the 9.5, baby.
Did they? Yeah, I forgot to bet Kansas State.
Let's
So
go.
Nice win.
While you're getting this loaded up, I'll show the people in the chat and all the followers. I'm cooking up a little NCAA squares sheet for us for tournament time. So give me a second while I get this loaded. So I don't know how many people have done a square sheet before, but basically what you'll see on this sheet, hopefully once it pulls up. All right, so basically what I got is squares, general squares. I mean, pretty much just like any other square sheet you see. On the top, there's the winner scores. I just kind of auto put these numbers in. for right now. But what I'll do is basically I'm going to be labeling the squares 1 through 100. Each square is going to be worth $20. And then what I'm going to figure out how to do it is basically you can pick which squares you want. I'm deciding whether to limit it to 2 or 3 for purchase. And then how it works is, say, like tonight, let's look at what was that final score of the Florida-Alabama game. Do we know?
I don't know. They lost by fucking like 15, I think.
Let me look. I'll just look here. I got Texas Tech, Colorado. Texas Tech 91, Colorado 75. So basically how that would work is the winning team 91, Texas Tech 1 would be the last digit. So you go right here. And then Colorado scored 75, so their last digit was 5. So this one right here would be the one that would win. So depending on that, I will have basically $20 as I scroll up. So first round, including can you guys see that? Can you see that, Trev? I can scroll in a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. So first round, including the playing games, we'll pay $10 per game. And then the second round, so round of 32, pays $20. Then I got Sweet 16 pays $40 per game. Elite 8, $80 per game. And then semifinals will be the Final Four, obviously, pays $160, and then the championship pays $360. So how I'll kind of operate it, and I'll put it up on Twitter for anybody that's not watching live and watches it later. But what I'm gonna probably do is I'm gonna get I'll get my Venmo out there. These will be labeled, so they'll be labeled like 1, 2, 3, all the way through. When you send your Venmo in, that'll be able to lock you in. I'll put your name down in it, and then it'll be kind of updated on the sheet, so you can click into it, see which ones have been taken before you send the money, and then pick ones that have taken in. And if somehow there's 2 people that send in the same square at the same time, I will just reach out and we'll have to select a different square. But then how I'll kind of rock with it after that is the numbers I just put in are just kind of blank right now. Are just kind of, I just randomly put them in just to show you guys. But what I'll do is I'll random generate 0 to 10. And that's how I'll decide what these bottom and top numbers will be. So that's kind of what we're rocking with. So should be pretty fun. It's always a good time. My family does one, so I figured I could do one for you. I know, as Jen's saying in the chat, it's a pain collecting the payments, but it's worth it for me. I think it'll be fun, kind of a little bragging rights thing. Another thing to just kind of keep track of throughout the tournament. And sometimes it's nice you lose a game, but then you're like, oh wait, let me check my square, and oh yep, you won. So I'm gonna get it rolling. So should be pretty fun. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, those are always fun. So yeah, that'll be fun to have in the back pocket also during the tournament. It's a little something extra.
Yeah, should be a good time.
All right, Indiana State, Southern Illinois, neutral. Southern Illinois land 1. They just played. Indiana State beat the shit out of them on Sunday, I believe. Now they're catching points. Indiana State doesn't shoot well from 3, and they lit it up on Sunday. I don't know if they can really repeat that, to be honest.
Yeah, especially, was Indiana State at home?
Yeah, it was senior day.
Now you're going to St. Louis Arch Madness. You're gonna expect them to shoot at the same clip there in that stadium. I don't think that's gonna bode very well. And the fact that, like you said, they've Indiana State just literally blew them out, but yet Southern Illinois is the one laying a point. I think it's Southern Illinois here. This will be my first bet of the day. I think is it standalone. Do we have to bet it?
Yeah, the first 2 games are standalones.
Standalone. So I will be Arch Madness. Thank you for that. I'll be betting Southern Illinois. I'll be on the Salukis here, playing better ball down the stretch than Indiana State, personally, in my opinion. So give me Southern Illinois. I'll just take the -1, I guess. If I push, I push.
Yeah. Jen, I'm on Washington. USC, I don't think is really – I don't know what they've done to really deserve to lay 7 points to anybody. They've lost 5 straight. Washington's lost 4 straight. They're coming off of a bad Indiana loss. They've been shellacked the last 3 games. Now they're catching 7. This has been 7, hasn't moved once. Not to mention USC, I don't really think has the size or like size, height, or just body size to bang with Osibor. And I know USC's guards are pretty damn good, but this is just like a gut play. Nobody wants to touch Washington right now. Everyone thinks USC can cover 4 possessions, no problem. I don't see how. So I actually just doubled down on Washington. A little bit of a rage bet on the double down, but I was on Washington pre-flop today anyway. So we'll see how it goes. But I got 2 units on Washington now. I think they're live. If this line sat here, if they're gonna cover that, I think Washington's probably live. They hang around in this game.
Yeah, she made a good point with 75% of the money coming in on USC, but yet that line has just stayed right there at that same number, kind of like your Badgers number today.
Yep.
All the money on USC minus 6.5, but it just continues to stay right there. So
so it'd be sweet if USC lost out, but we'll figure that out. But yeah, I'm gonna be on Southern Illinois. Revenge just got embarrassed. Indiana State riding high, just beat Southern Illinois. They shot 12 of 29 from 3 versus 5 of 18. They still had 13 turnovers to 5. They just couldn't miss. Indiana State did out rebound them for sure. Like that was at 41 plus 29. So they out rebounded them by 12. Indiana State, not really a great offensive rebounding team. They do defensive rebound a little bit. Southern Illinois also. Southern Illinois has got size. I think Southern Illinois just kind of walked into a buzzsaw. Sunday, Indiana State couldn't miss. It was over pretty quick. They jumped on them, and I don't think Southern Illinois really had much motivation or energy to come back in that game. So I'll take Southern Illinois here on the money line.
Hell yeah.
Missouri State versus Illinois State. Same floor, just game after.
Yep, Enterprise Center. They're in St.
Evansville, I think. Oh, is this?
Yeah, it's St. Louis. Arch Madness, MVC.
Shit, I was thinking this was OVC. Oops. All right, never mind. I think that Southern Illinois game is going to flip them over to a dog too. Everyone's going to remember that Sunday game and take Illinois or Indiana State catching the points.
Yeah, I would agree. I'm not going to bet it right away. I think you're onto something right there. And as we've been kind of doing all year, once that line flips 0, bet the team that it flipped against. Looks like Jacob already said that it already is. It already is flipping.
Perfect.
Illinois State here, man. I think they're the significantly better team. They've beat Missouri State twice this year already. Won by 2 on the road, and then ended up winning by I think 6 at home to Missouri State. Man, I will probably. I mean, we gotta bet it. Standalone game. I think this might be just a little bit too many points. This is one of those games where I think it's going to come down to, it's start of the conference tournament. We're going to get a pretty close game. So I'll take Missouri State in the 5. Not real good conviction here, but I just think it might be a little bit too many points. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take Illinois State. I'm going to lay the 5. You got a team that doesn't turn it over, can force turnovers, versus a team that just gives the ball away at will. They can, they crash the defensive glass, and they can actually shoot. And Missouri State fouls a lot, so I think on a neutral, a team that doesn't shoot well and turns it over a lot, I think that's really going to come into play and hurt them. So I'll take Illinois State with the 5, being able to rebound, hang on to the ball, and get to the free throw line. So I will take Illinois State here. Next, I don't have lines for the Georgia Southern or UMKC game.
Okay.
I can double check, but yeah, I got no lines for them. So we'll just move on down to the ASUN, Jacksonville at North Bama. North Bama's laying 5.5. I skipped San Diego Pacific unless you want to talk that.
No, you're good.
Yeah.
Luckily, that's not a standalone game, thankfully.
Yeah.
I'll be on North Alabama here, man. I think people are gonna start to realize how good this North Alabama team is here. Jakari Lane is the real deal for the Lions. I was trying to look and see what they did previously in their two matchups. They lost to Jacksonville by 4 on the road, and they beat Jacksonville by 13 at home. I think I'll be on North Alabama here. I know it's that dreaded 5.5 number that we hate, but I think free throws down the stretch may put this over that 5.5 number. So I like UNA here. I do like Jacksonville. They do play at a slow pace, so it does concern me. Two teams kind of slower pace that we're getting, more than 2 possessions. But I'll take North Alabama here. It's going to get lit in Florence, as we've seen the last couple weeks. Awesome environment. So yeah, give me Northern Alabama, and I'll lay the 5.5.
Yeah, I'll take Jacksonville. I may bet this or not. I'm sitting on Jacksonville 16-1 to win the ASUN. So this is the big one, just to get past North Alabama here. And I hate this number. I feel like this is going to be a tight game. Jacksonville elite defense, they've been there now for 2 days, 3 days. So I think they'll be a little more acclimated. This will be the third time they've actually played in this gym too. I know that they've only played North Bama here once, but their defense is really fucking good. They can force a lot of turnovers. I know they give it away, but North Alabama doesn't force a lot of turnovers either. Both teams, Jacksonville obviously worse at free throws, but they're not as bad. Jacksonville coming in winning 3 straight. They did lose 3 straight here. They're at home. Now they're on the road. They lost their previous three road games. North Bama didn't get them, but I just think desperation. I think Jacksonville can hang in. They got the better defense. This total feels a little low for what they've played. When they were in Jacksonville, it was a 64-60 game. And then when they were at North Bama, this was 171 points. So kind of, maybe they split the difference a little bit there. But I think Jacksonville's defense will make North Bama work enough and keep them in this game. So praying they win, but the 5.5 is pretty tempting to take with Jacksonville here.
Why did you say that they had they played it here 3 times?
Yeah, they had, or I misspoke. 2 times. Sorry, this will be the second time. That's my bad.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
They've already played here once or in conference.
Yeah, I spaced. These are they were home games for now. So if they were at home, but yeah, I'll take Jacksonville and their defense to muck it up, play slow, take North Alabama out of the rhythm, and make them work. Not to mention Jacksonville's got a much bigger team size wise. So I will. I'll ride with the Dolphins here. I believe that, the Dolphins.
Yep.
Hopefully get done and keep my future alive. What's that?
So you're swimming with the Dolphins.
Yes, I am. They get this, then hopefully Queens beats Lipscomb, and then we can catch a 16-1 ticket. But should be a good game tomorrow. Sacred Hearts catching 2.5 at Manhattan. Sacred Heart beat Manhattan by 2 at home. I'll lay it with Manhattan, I think. Back-to-back road games coming home. revenge spot against Sacred Heart. Sacred Heart relies a lot on the 3 ball, and I think Manhattan's going to be able to take that away. I mean, Sacred Heart has been lighting teams up from the 3-point line the last couple of games. So I think if they can take that away, I think Manhattan can get it done at home here. Not to mention Manhattan shoots pretty well at the free throw line and doesn't give up free shots at the rim, or turn it over. So I'll take Manhattan at home here tomorrow.
Yep. I'm with you on that. That was kind of my cap was basically that's where Sacred Heart relies to get their points. Manhattan good at defending that 3-point line. They also are a pretty good 3-point shooting team, and Sacred Heart is awful at defending the 3. Now we got Manhattan at home. They only played on the road against Sacred Heart. So yeah, give me a revenge angle game for Manhattan to get this win there against Sacred Heart.
Let's do it. IPFW at Youngstown.
Is this neutral site or is this actual home game?
This is an actual home game, I believe. First 2 rounds are. I can double check.
Yep. You're correct.
Yeah.
What a game. I will be on IPFW here. I think that they have a shot to win this tournament outright. Who will they draw next? 4 versus the 5 seed. Looks like they reseed after this for Monday for the semifinals. These are campus site games, and then it looks like they go to Cortiva Coliseum there in Indianapolis for the semifinals and finals. But yeah, I'll be on Fort Wayne here. I will take the 2.5. Won't just play the money line, but I will play the plus 2.5 with IPFW here. I think they're the higher powered offense. They did lose to Youngstown State by 22. They're at home. They're in the Igloo. So that's a little bit concerning to me, but I don't know. I feel like IPFW can kind of pop up here. Their offense can play good. Youngstown State, man, they've been kind of I guess they've been playing a little bit better here down the home stretch. Definitely better than IPFW, who's dropped 4 of their last 5. But I think they can refocus, and if they're clicking on all cylinders offensively, I think they can run Youngstown State out of their own gym. So I'll be on IPFW plus the 2.5.
Yeah, I'm with you. Youngstown does struggle to rebound, which hurts, but if they're making shots, which this 155 total kind of implies to me, they shouldn't have an issue getting it done. I mean, they don't turn it over. They can absolutely shoot. I know Youngstown plays good defense, but Youngstown's offense, not great. They're not going to get to the free throw line. And Fort Wayne can force turnovers, and Fort Wayne's guards are much better, in my opinion. Youngstown at home hasn't really been crazy impressive to me this year. They've dropped some games. Cleveland State, IU Indy beat them, and then Milwaukee got them. You know, Milwaukee's a good team, so it is what it is. But they have shown they can struggle at home, and I think a Fort Wayne team who's already been in this building, it was a somewhat close game. What was that score? A 9-point loss. I think Fort Wayne's guards will be able to get it done here. So I'll take the 2.5 with this.
No, they got smoked, dude. They lost by 22.
No.
Yeah.
Youngstown away. Oh, I'm looking at. Oh, yeah. Oops. Oh, yeah. Oops. I thought I was looking at Purdue Fort Wayne's page. I was looking at Youngstown's.
No, yeah, you're good.
Yeah. So okay. So yeah, they beat them by 9 at home, lost by 22 on the road. They'll remember that. I know Fort Wayne's dropped 4 of their last 5, including that. Youngstown's won 3, 4, 5 of their last 7, only laying 2.5. I think we get a full dose of Horizon Tournament ball tomorrow, and we get Fort Wayne popping up here. Make your free throws. Next, is there a line for Tulane, East Carolina?
Yeah.
There is. Oh yeah, 4.5. Okay. Yeah, East Carolina's laying 4.5. Over under 154.5 or 144.5.
My shit's loading real quick, so you can go ahead if you got it.
What did they do earlier this year? Lost. They only played each other once so far. Yep, only played each other once. Obviously, this isn't tournament. Yeah, never mind.
No
They lost by 5 on the road. 1-2 straight. Tulane. Tulane on the road has been all right. I mean, 2-point win at Tulsa, lost to Wichita, lost to North Texas. UTSA 1-point win. Rice they beat by 11, lost by Temple, lost to UAB, beat up Charlotte. So, I mean, they're kind of just fucking random. But more often than not, they play tight games here. They beat East Carolina already at home. Now East Carolina gets the revenge spot at back home. This ECU team's been playing pretty good. That Tulane was the one team that's caught them in their win streak here the last couple. I mean, they won 5 of their last 6. Tulane beat them. Last home game here too.
It's interesting that ECU, that line is -4.5. I mean, Tulane's 2 games better in conference than ECU. It's weird. I think it might be telling us. Is it telling us that ECU is gonna roll here, win by more than 5?
Yeah, I was just gonna start looking at the conference standings here. Yeah, Tulane's sitting here 11-5. 11-5.
ECU's 9-7.
Yeah, they're right there. What does Tulane really have to play for? I mean, obviously something, but
yeah, 4. I mean,
they're sitting 1 behind UAB. They could maybe tie UAB. Did they beat UAB this year? They lost UAB, so no.
You also got to think they're playing UAB at the end of the season. They're playing UAB at the last game
That's true.
At home. If they drop both of these games, they could possibly lose the 4 seed, which I believe do the top 4 get a bye. So that's another possible factor. I'll be on ECU here, man. I think the line's going to tell us that ECU is going to get up here and get this win. So I'll believe. So I'll go East Carolina minus the 4.5. Looks like it's -105, so it might be coming down a little bit. I might wait and see. Maybe I can get this at like 3 or something like that potentially. With people seeing that Tulane's 4th in the conference, and they beat them last time. So we'll see what number I can get.
Yeah, I'm with
you.
Damani
said that ECU outplayed them in NOLA, but I guess ECU couldn't hit shit. I don't remember that game. I don't even think I got eyes on that game, so I'll trust him with that.
There we go, you Marquette. Give up a 10-0 run, you bums. Merrimack's at Marist. It's a pick'em. 127 total here.
What up, Crutch? Damn.
What's going on, dude?
He came in right when we started to talk Merrimack Marist. That makes me want to take Marist because he's a Marist grad.
Oof. I was
but damn,
I was leading the same thing potentially. Merrimack just hasn't been nice to me as of late.
Yeah, I'll take Marist. I'll take Marist here. Final home game before the MAAC tournament. Looks like this is going to be a battle for second. Pretty important game, just because then they'll be on the opposite side of the bracket against opposite of Quinnipiac. But yeah, I like Marist at home here. I will. I'll be on Marist. Pick 'em. Give me Marist money line.
Let's see, Marist. Yeah, did they play each other yet this year? Yeah, Merrimack lost by 1 at home to Marist. That was the only time they played, obviously. Marist has also dropped 2 straight. Losing St. Peter's is brutal, especially at home. What's Merrimack done lately? Win and loss, win loss.
I mean, both defenses are good, and both offenses suck ass. Maybe you could just look at betting a gross under 127 possibly too, if you don't want to pick a side.
Holy shit! Wisconsin covers by the hook. Unreal.
By 7?
Yeah, I had 7, and then 6.5 popped up, and it didn't give me a penalty for cashing out and getting that, so I took that.
Brutal right here.
Oof, that's brutal. They should have fucking blew him out. Should have fucking blew him out. It's fucking disgusting. I am not liking what's going on with this team right now. They do not look good. If they played at anybody but Minnesota, they'd probably lose that game, blowing it. You know what? I'll ride with Merrimack. Sorry, Crutch. I'll ride with my guy Adam Clark here. They've lost by 1 at home. Now this game's a pick'em at Marist in the final game of the season. What's Merrimack's final game? Marist still has one on the road on Saturday. I'll take the Warriors. I'll ride with Bug Clark one more time this year. Please don't do me dirty. You're betting ECU, right?
ECU?
Yeah.
You mean Marist or betting ECU?
No, the ECU game. I was just like, you're betting that one?
Yeah.
All right, let's go watch.
And I might bet the under here instead of the Marist instead. We'll see. But Marist money line's my pick.
Sorry, I'm typing in other ones. I just deleted them on accident.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. What do we got next? Florida Atlantic, UAB.
Yeah.
Another big. I mean, these last 2 games, man, for UAB are big. Big for their tournament seeding.
UAB just blew that Memphis game too. FAU sucks. Seems infuriating.
Yeah, UAB at home. God, another 4.5 number. I'll lay it with UAB. I'll write down UAB minus 4.5. Got to stay in that 3rd place. They also have Tulane on deck. They're on the road. So they end with two games that could have potential seeding implications. So yeah, I'll write down UAB minus the 4.5. Like you said, I haven't been too impressed with Florida Atlantic, especially on the road. More so, I know they got a couple road wins, but they just came off that road win against South Florida, but it was South Florida. Yeah, I'll be on UAB here. I think they're the significantly better team, and I feel like Yaxel will be able to maybe go for 20-20. FAU's terrible on the glass, and I think that Yaxel will be able to freaking dominate Rosario on the glass. So yeah, give me UAB here.
Yeah, I'm with you, but like once everybody's out on FAU, they fucking. I know they just got a cover against South Florida, but it's South Florida, like whoop-de-doo. Back-to-back road games now. They did lose to UAB at home, but it didn't really matter. I mean, I'm not comparing UAB to that's closest comparison in the conference. FAU played Memphis at home, lost by 28. Went to Memphis, lost by 19. So I mean, they improved a little bit, but not really. I mean, Memphis is obviously better than UAB, but this number just feels a little weird. I would expect like a little bigger potentially, but UAB is off of that game they just gave away. I'll take UAB with you. I don't know if I'll bet this one though. Evansville Murray neutral at the Enterprise. Enterprise Center. All right, go.
I got you. Yeah, so third game for the Valley there in Arch Madness. You've got Evansville versus Murray State. Murray State's laying 5.5. They lost to Evansville in their only game against Evansville this year. They lost at Evansville by 4. I like Murray State here, regardless of the shitty number. I think they're the better team. I know Evansville has been playing better as of late, but they did end the season on a 3-game losing streak. Now they got to go play Murray State on a neutral. I'll be on Murray State here, minus the 5.5. On these 5.5 numbers, I would probably more feel better at laying this one than taking the Missouri State plus 5, which I know you're on the other side there, but yeah. So I'll be on Murray State here.
Yeah. I kind of feel like I'm with you. What did they do? And Murray State did lose to Evansville on the road earlier this year too.
Yep. Only game they played.
Yep. A revenge spot potentially. Murray State hasn't, played Belmont, Bradley, Northern Iowa are their losses. They did beat UIC, Southern Illinois lately. Southern Illinois and Valpo on the road. Valpo, they crushed on the road. They're kind of just back and forth right now. Back and forth. Evansville coming in losers of 6 of their last 8. They beat the 2 Indiana schools. That's about it. I like Evansville's defense, but the offense is putrid. They don't get to the line. They can't rebound for shit on either side.
While you're thinking, shout out to Rod on that stat last night. I had Marquette money line first half. Thanks to him, didn't put it on my picks, but definitely had that. So that was a awesome stat. Now they're 0-14 against the spread first half at home. So shout out to Rod Z.
Crazy. That's crazy. God, this is disgusting. This game sucks. I will, I'll take Evansville, though. Defense travels, neutral. Their offense is putrid, but Evansville's defense is really, really good. They'll limit Murray where they like to do work. The second chances, I really don't like, but some just tells me Evansville defense keeps this in. This is going to be a nasty 54 to 58 game or something like that. This total is 132. It's a neutral on top of that. These teams haven't played here. Murray State can't really shoot. They shoot free throws well, but Evansville doesn't really follow you much. And then, from 3 and inside, Evansville is going to have the size and length advantage big time. I know Evansville's pretty young. Am I wrong? Or no, they got a couple juniors and seniors. Yeah, they're mainly sophomores and freshmen, but they got 4 seniors and juniors combined. So, they got a little bit of experience. They lost this game. They come in losing 3 straight, but that was Illinois State, Drake, and UIC, 2 of them on the road. I'll go with it. Like you said, they lost to they beat Murray State already, 78-74, but I don't think this is going to be anywhere near that kind of scoring. But I'll take the team with the defense on a neutral here in a low total here. I don't think either one of these teams breaks 65, though, to be honest.
You betting it, or we just sparring?
Spar for now.
All right. We can spar. I'm cool with that.
Also, just this 5.5 number I absolutely despise. I feel like I've been getting burnt a lot lately going against it, but whatever. One more time. Mount St. Mary's at Quinnipiac. Quinnipiac's laying 8.5. Has Quinnipiac played since last week? No, they lost to Merrimack. They were laying 8.5. Were they not? Or was that the game prior?
No, they wouldn't have been. I don't think they were laying 8.5 to Merrimack on the road.
Yeah, so it had to be 2 games ago.
2 games ago against St. Peter's at home.
Yeah, that actually sounds more right. No, it went up to close at 11. That's right. That's the one that went up from 8.5 to like 12 or something, and then back down a little bit. That's right.
Yeah, they already fucked up Mount St. Mary's earlier this year by 34 on the road.
Yeah.
I think Mount St. Mary's is gonna, or I think Quinnipiac's gonna bounce back from that MAAC loss on the road, and they're gonna light up Mount St. Mary's here. I think it's a bad spot to for Mount St. Mary's to be in. Quinnipiac's gotta hold that first place in the MAAC there. So I think they're gonna put it on Mount St. Mary's. So I'll lay it.
Yeah, I'm with you. This 8.5 feels tempting to take with a Mount St. Mary's team that's won 5 of their last 6. But if you look at these teams, Niagara, Canisius on the road, they lost to Fairfield, and then they beat Peters, Ryder, and Siena at home. So they haven't really played the toughest of competition. And then you got Quinnipiac off of a road loss coming back home for their last home game of the year. This conference does home series, right? Like home for the first round or something. No, they don't. So regardless, last home game, I'll take Quinnipiac. That eight feels a little trappy. Like everyone's gonna take Mount St. Mary's, who's been coming in hot, to keep it within 4 possessions here. I'm with you. I'll bet Quinnipiac.
Yep.
I'll wait and see what the line does, though. Hopefully it goes down. Martin, Little Rock, no line. What would you do here, though? Regardless, I can look what KenPom has for just a rough.
Martin, Little Rock. Do you have the Boston Navy one?
KenPom has it 4 for Little Rock. Boston Navy. Yeah, I skipped it, but it's Boston's laying 1.5.
Yeah, Boston will be a bet for me. I won't get too much into it, but Boston's at home. I think Navy is kind of fugazi. I haven't been really impressed with them. I think Boston's the far better team here in the Patriot League. I look to think that it's probably going to be Boston, Bucknell, or American that's going to win. I don't think Colgate's going to win the conference, but yeah, I mean, I'll lay it with Boston there. And then UTM versus Little Rock. Depends on what the line is. I'll take Little Rock. UTM off that hard-fought win tonight by 3. Now they got to turn around and play again against Little Rock. Little Rock's kind of been down the stretch. They lost their last 2, 3 of their last 4. Yeah, I'll be on Little Rock, but I don't know if I'll bet it. It'll just depend on the line. And I do like that UTM logo, Jim, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I picked Little Rock for my I didn't bet it, but when I was on Kerms or TC, we were talking futures for this. Is that Big South? No, not Big South. What? Sunbelt? Christ. Wait a minute. Am I stupid? What the fucking? Oh, the OVC. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. Too many fucking conferences. Yeah, I picked Little Rock to get there over Simu, and then
plus 500.
The bottom one I had. Yeah, I didn't bet it though. I laid off, but I like their defense. And like you said, Martin coming off of that game tonight, comeback win, tough, hard fought. Finally got a win over who was it? Tech. What did they do against Little Rock this year? They lost by 1. Oh, that game. Do you remember that, Little Rock? That was the one where nobody could hit shit for like the first 10 minutes of that game. It was like 6-4 for like 10 minutes. It was putrid. Getting the second shot at it. Tennessee, Martin will already be in this building, a little used to it maybe. I think Martin covers the points. I'm thinking this will probably be 5 is my guess. I know KenPom has it 4, but I'm going to guess they're going to put it around 5. I'll take Martin with the points, but depending on this line, we'll see what see if I do anything for it. I think they, got some confidence. You finally beat the team. You finally beat the team that got you. Hard fought win. Now you've been in the building, back to back, so you'll be ready. It's not like this will be the third or fourth game in a row. Second game, big win. Get used to this gym, the shooting site. So I'll take Martin potentially.
All right.
Lafayette
We'll there. Fuck. American Lane 3.5. They play the closest games. They always play close games, man. Lafayette beat Holy Cross in that first round. Yeah, I'll be on American here. I'll take American. I'll lay the 3.5. Maybe look at more of like a money line with a little 2-team money line or something like that, just because I freaking hate laying it with laying the points. They always seem to be it's like a 2-3 point game, like with 2 minutes left. But yeah, I'll be on American minus the 3.5.
Yeah, I'm with you. I like American. They've been pretty solid. Lafayette. They kind of feel a little fugazi to me. I don't get good vibes when I watch this team. Really have no strong conviction or lean one way or the other, but I'll ride with you. I just like this American team a little more than Lafayette. I know they just played Lafayette did, so they'll be a little used to it, but I don't care. I'll take the better team here, laying the 3.5.
Yeah, I mean, American has significantly the best player on the court with Matt Rogers, so I'll ride with Matt Rogers.
Yeah. Captain American. Army at Colgate. Colgate's laying 6.5.
Golly. Army hasn't been playing as well down the stretch though. I mean, lost 4 of the last 5, three in a row to end the season. Even lost by 22 at home to Lehigh. I mean, look what they did the last 3 games. Lost to Bucknell by 31, lost to Lafayette by 16, lost to Lehigh by 22. I mean, what's going on with this team? They split the series with Colgate, 12-point loss, 12-point win. I'm gonna lay it with Colgate. I think they'll just, this is where you talk about a seasoned team. They know what to do in the conference tournament play. They know how to win. I know it's a big number, but they're not gonna mess around here. They're gonna leave no doubt in terms of this. I don't know if they'll necessarily win the entire Patriot League, but I think they're gonna be feisty in this tournament. They're gonna be a tough out. So I'll be on Colgate here. I'll fade Army, continue to fade Army after losing the last 3 by 20 plus.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'll take take Colgate. I know Army can force turnovers and doesn't turn it over, but that's about all they're good at. They want to have size. They can't rebound. Colgate doesn't foul to send to the line where they don't shoot that great. Army does foul a fair amount. We got Colgate shooting 75%. They're staying home off of a loss also to American. And like you said, they split it, and they won by a significant margin at home. So I'll take Colgate to bounce back here at home, right with the name brand. But my gut, something's telling me Army, but I don't want to trust that. I'll take the better team here. Outside of the turnover game, Army doesn't do much right here. So I'll take Colgate with you.
Shout out Denny Dumpshit. He's going to be at Arch Madness tomorrow through Saturday. So enjoy the Arch Madness. It's always a fantastic tournament. I loved when Wichita State was there. I'd go with my grandparents. So it was a fun tournament for sure.
Oh yeah, that's Arch Madness is a one I want to get to at some point, but That's for another day. St. Peter's laying 4.5 against Niagara. Played Niagara earlier on the road, won by 10.
Lost
Come
by
on,
10.
Marquette, don't be fucking losers.
They lost by 10 to Niagara. St. Peter's lost.
Oh shit, I'm looking at. God damn, I thought I was looking at Niagara's thing.
No, you're good. I'll be on St. Peter's here. I'm not going to bet this. A lot better games to bet throughout the day tomorrow. Niagara's not very good on the road. I will say I don't know how in the hell they beat Quinnipiac on the road. That was a very confusing outcome.
It was a Friday night MAAC game.
But I will be on. I'll pick St. Peter's minus the 4.5. I'm not going to waste too much more time with it. I'll fade Niagara on the road.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of like Niagara, but they're fucking terrible, man. They're bad. Defensively, at least. Like St. Peter's great offense, terrible, or great defense, terrible offense. Niagara can at least rebound a little bit. Like they'll have some size. They play a lot of bench minutes too, so they'll stay fresh. I know St. Peter's, they've been doing it all year, so they're used to it at this point. But
yeah, and you can look at St. Peter's off that win at Marist.
Yeah.
So big letdown spot. They got 2 home games left. They play Niagara here, then Canisius on Saturday. So it could definitely be a letdown spot here. It's not technically their last home game, so I could see that. That's kind of why I'm just not really going to bet it. Just going to take St. Peter's minus 4.5. But
yeah, I'll put Niagara down. I'm not going to bet it. Canisius at Ryder. What did they do earlier?
Canisius beat them by 18.
Yeah. Ryder's laying 7.5. I know Canisius is bad, but revenge, they are.
Those upper Buffalo trips are tough. So if you always look at that, that trip that Ryder took up there, they lost on Friday to Canisius, but then they ended up beating Niagara. Just because that's the second game, they're already up there. It's kind of a tough travel spot, as I've talked to with Crutch in the past about it. And then if you look at St. Peter's, on the other hand, they lost to Niagara first, and then ended up beating Canisius. So it's kind of like similar pattern there. He'll lose that first game kind of as a tough travel spot, and then they seem to get not really adjusted, but then they'll have to travel. But yeah, I'll be on. This is a hilarious line because Ryder, I mean, if you look at it, they literally won one conference. Wait, let me check that back. They've literally won. Won 3 conference games at home all year, and now they're laying 7.5. Yeah, I'll lay it with Ryder.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'll lay with Ryder. I'm kind of intrigued with the Canisius under team total under. Canisius, they had a stretch there of 2 whole games where I'll give them 3. They put up 72, 93, and 81. After that, 52, and then prior 66, 60, 51, 71, 63, 47. They just don't score. I think they just happen to get hot for 2 games. Okay, 3 with the 72 points, and that's it. I think Ryder at home, they just played Merrimack. No, it's just Canisius. They've held teams under. I mean, Mount St. Mary's on the road. It was 79, I guess, but 69, 66, 71, 59. Sacred Heart put up 77, but 64, 64, 64, 67. Like, they can hold teams down a little bit. I think Canisius off that trip, they've been at home twice. Now they're hitting the road. Their offense has kind of come back to earth here a little bit. I'm tempted with a team total under, but I'll take Ryder with you. I may bet this one too. If I like the under, I might as well take Ryder.
Yep, I agree. I'll bet Ryder. This will be one of the few MAAC games that I bet. Fuck, I'm betting the 2. What's my problem? I'm literally laying the 2 biggest numbers in the MAAC. That's not good.
All right, Loyola and Bucknell. Find this line. Bucknell's laying 6.5. Total is not listed. Let me go look. Oh, this is I believe this is at Bucknell too, I believe.
Yeah, at Bucknell.
Yeah, just making sure if I can find this total here. Bucknell 139, 138.5. We'll just put 139.
Yeah, I'll ride with Bucknell here. I think they're a significantly better team. So give me Bucknell minus the 6.5. It's a pretty big number, but Bucknell at home has been pretty good to me this year. So I'll be on Bucknell minus the 6.5. I mean, I don't think I was just looking. They've had maybe their first 3 games at home in conference were decided by less than this, but then since then they've just kind of been rolling teams at home. Yeah, I'll take Bucknell minus the 6.5. Don't know if I'll bet it yet, but that'll be the side that I'll be on.
Of course, UConn hits a big fucking 3 to go up 4, and then they get fouled and shoot good free throws now. Marquette, man, I hate this fucking team. I can't fucking get them right ever. I don't think I've won a single Marquette bet this year. This team's trash. But I'll take Loyola. They've lost twice to this team already. Loyola already beat Levi. I know they got to hit the road and travel again to this one, but I think you beat a team 3 times. You got Bucknell coming in here winning. Oh God. Get a rebound for the love of God. Fuck yourself. God damn. Unreal. I literally think I'm like 0-12 betting Marquette this year. This team's fucking trash. Bucknell's a winner 9 of their last 10. I don't know if they lose, but I'll take Loyola to play them tough. I'm not going to bet this one, though. Fairfield.
This is a big ass number, but I guess Kim Palm has it at 10. Fairfield's ass this year, man. What a just complete turnaround! Like they're so good last year, and then complete opposite this year. This is the only time that they're playing Siena this year. Is that what I'm seeing?
Yeah.
Huh. Give me the points. No bet.
I don't know, man. Fairfield's been pretty ass. This number feels just huge. Fuck you, Washington. I don't know. I'll take the points, I guess. I don't want to lay 8.5 with Siena. It's a huge number.
Yep, I agree.
Liberty at Middle Tennessee. Liberty's laying 1, I believe.
Hell of a game. And a national television game, CBS Sports Network.
Yeah, shit. I don't want to bet Middle Tennessee.
Tied for second in the conference, Middle Tennessee, Liberty.
No, Middle Tennessee is laying 1 now. This line to me feels like Xavier Butler tonight.
So you feel like you should take Middle Tennessee because they're just going to roll? Because they're playing better?
Butler got fucking wrecked.
That's what I'm saying.
I kind of want to take Liberty. I just don't want to overthink it. And Middle Tennessee loses at home, and they win on the road.
But Middle Tennessee Xavier was laying points here or tonight. So you're saying I was thinking you were saying like.
Well, it was like 1.5 last night, and then I woke up and it was like 4. Like it moved, but I'm pretty sure Middle Tennessee was catching points. Let me look. Nope. Yeah, Middle Tennessee was always laying the point.
Liberty just dropped that home game to Kennesaw. Now they go on the road to Middle Tennessee. I'll back Middle Tennessee State here at home. I know like you said, they haven't been as good here at home as they usually are, but yeah, I'll pick Middle Tennessee State here. It's going to be a hell of a battle down the stretch. I mean, you've got Jacksonville State at 12-5, then you got Middle Tennessee and Liberty both at 11-5. So this game is going to have some big implications here. So Jacksonville State looks like they are at home against Kennesaw State on Saturday. They don't have a midweek game this week. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that shakes out. But yeah, give me Middle Tennessee State minus the 1.
I'll take Liberty. I'll take the better team. I know it's a revenge spot for Middle Tennessee. It's national TV, but Liberty's a better team. I just haven't been impressed with Middle Tennessee this year. It's not the same usual. So I know they've won 20 games, but they lose at home, man. They lost it 1, 2. They're 2-2 in their last 4 home games. It's not like they've been great. Liberty coming off of a loss. They've lost 2 on the road all year. La Tech, Jacksonville State. So I mean, like, it's not like they're invincible, but I just don't like Middle Tennessee. But God, it is a national televised game. It is a revenge spot. I'll take Liberty. I'm not going to bet it. I don't have a feel for this. I hate Middle Tennessee this year. Norfolk State at Howard. Didn't Norfolk just lose?
Yeah, they did. Lost 2 in a row. Lost to South Carolina State on the road, then lost to North Carolina Central in overtime. Now the third straight road game against Howard. Where do they land?
4.5. Over under 156.
Man. I'll take I don't know. This game sucks to bet. It's a good game, but it just is hard to bet. Hell yeah. Jen, both Catholic plays come through on Ash Wednesday. That's right, the Catholic play of the day.
Yeah, I didn't bet either of them. Fuck me.
So Norfolk's tied with South Carolina State. Yeah. I'll take Norfolk State. They've lost 2 in a row. Yeah, give me Norfolk State. Obviously, as you can tell, no conviction on this one. So I won't be betting that, but Norfolk State minus the 4.5. I think they're the better team. Kind of scares me that they've dropped those down the stretch. Howard is returning from a 4-game road stretch. Last game at home, but I think Norfolk State will look to get right here right before the conference tournament. Use this game as kind of a trampoline to get them going in the MAAC conference tourney.
Yeah, I hate it's a 3rd straight road game. Final one. Wait, what are they going to do in the tournament? Yeah, it's a must-have game, too. Must-have game against Howard. They beat Howard by 17 at home. Howard's off. This is Howard. Howard was on the road 4 straight games. So you got a 3rd straight road game for Norfolk and then a home game for Howard after 4 straight road games. Fuck it, I'll take Norfolk. Must-have game. I don't know if I'll bet this one though. I don't like this game. Good on this?
Yep.
You got it. All right. UTEP at Sam Houston.
I'll be on Sam Houston here. I think they're playing a lot better down the stretch. And yes, JW, I did pick K-State last night. 9.5, too many points. Fuck the points. We don't even need them. Sam Houston's been better down the stretch. I think they're going to be. I know they've lost their last two. They did get fucking rolled by La Tech. They're at home on Saturday. Give me UTEP here. Actually, give me UTEP here. They're gonna bounce back. Sam Houston struggles with turning over the ball. UTEP, obviously, as I've been saying all year, they turn people over. Also, Sam Houston State's almost 300th in the nation in 3-point defense. That's a lot of where UTEP has success at. Give me UTEP plus the 2.5. They'll look to bounce back here and right the ship after what they've lost 5 straight. All have been, I guess you can say, kind of close, but all against the top portion of the Conference USA and Middle Tennessee, Western Kentucky, Jack State, Kennesaw State, Liberty. Man, they had a tough stretch down the stretch. But yeah, give me UTEP here. We'll take one more time.
Yeah, I'll go with Sam Houston. You got a team 4-12 in conference play versus 7-9, and they're 11-18 overall versus 17-12. Sam Houston hasn't looked good. UTEP hasn't looked good. Now you got Sam Houston. Another home game after getting absolutely housed by La Tech, and then they lost to UTEP earlier this year. I think they're laying points for a reason. I'll lay it, but I'm gonna wait and see what happens. If this goes up to 3, I'll bet it. If it goes down to 2, we'll see how low it'll go. New Mexico State at La Tech.
I'll be on La Tech here. They're a good team at home. They just blew out, as we said, Sam Houston State on the road. Now they return home after a 3-game road stretch. New Mexico State, decent team, respectable there in the conference. But they just were at home. Now they got to travel to Louisiana. I'll lay it here with La Tech. Let me make sure I'm telling you right. But yeah, the last time La Tech was home, they lost 2 home games, which is kind of unheard of. They're generally really good at home. Give me La Tech here minus the 4.5, bounce back and get a home win after losing their last 2 at home.
Yeah, I'm with you. And last time Louisiana Tech played New Mexico State beat them by 30. So you got returning home after 3 straight road games. New Mexico State just had their last home game senior day. Now they're going to hit the road and play a team that's coming off of a road trip, and they beat by 30. I will take La Tech tomorrow. Utah Valley at Abilene Christian.
Yeah, this one is intriguing to me. I think Abilene Christian has been playing significantly better, as it's been shown. What they started conference play 1-6, now they're 7-7, won 6 of their last 7. I was on them and fading them against Tarleton State, where Tarleton won outright. Now they got Utah Valley coming into Abilene, Texas. Utah Valley first in the conference. They've got a 1-game lead on Grand Canyon. This isn't Abilene's last home game, but I think I like Abilene Christian here in this spot. I'll take Abilene Christian plus the 3. What a way to end it for them, though. You got to have both home games. They got top 2 in the conference. First, Utah Valley at home, and they get Grand Canyon at home. So might be something that I might be back in Abilene Christian at home and 2 get-up spots here against the top of the conference in the WAC.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'll take Abilene. Playing a lot better. This is a revenge spot. They're returning home. And this line absolutely reeks. I'll take Abilene with you. I'm going to wait and see what this line does. Banger. Oakland at Milwaukee.
This is a hell of a good game.
Yes, it is.
I just think that Milwaukee's size and offensive rebounding prowess is going to be able to push them over the edge. But I think they win this game. But do they win it by more than 5? That's the thing. It was a really good game. This was just last Thursday when they played each other. Kind of funny, they ended up beating Oakland by 5 there at home on Thursday. So, of course, they're going to set the minus 5.5 as the line.
Catch you later, Dusty Bottoms. I like that. I'm sitting Northern Kentucky 30-1 to win the conference anyway. So,
hell yeah,
let's get it done. Let's get it done.
I like that too. Yeah, I think I'll take Oakland in the points, but I think that Milwaukee wins the game.
There you go, Juice. Yeah, if anyone listened to TCE last night, me and Colby had a fade the buzzer parlay with Wisconsin and Mississippi. So I had Wisconsin -7 on that ticket, so I'm not going to have much of a payout, but still hit. But I'm with you. I'll take Oakland. These two hate each other. They just played to a 5-point game. Lately, what was this, like a week ago, if that, I want to say. It was, a week ago, Thursday. So, yeah, I mean, this will be Oakland's 4th game in a week. About 7 days. I'm stupid with the months. There's 28 days. So, yeah, roughly about a week, 4th game. But these two hate each other. Everyone's riding Milwaukee, thinking they're the best thing. And I'm not saying they lose this game, but I think this is going to be a tight game. Both these two teams hate each other. Campy, Lundy, great teams. Oakland does turn it over, but it's not like Milwaukee forces it. There's been a couple of off games where one team blows out the other, like Milwaukee did to Oakland earlier this year, but they've Milwaukee got blown out at Oakland, sorry. But other than that, like generally they're like between like 5-6 point games. So I will I'll take Oakland here with the 5.5. I think this may go up a tick though. I think it may go up a little bit. So I'll take Oakland, but I'm gonna wait on this one. Wright State at Bob Morris. What do you think about this?
I'm gonna fade Bob Morris. I'll be on Wright State plus the 6.5. We've pointed it out earlier on the season that their luck metrics were the highest of the luck in the luck metrics of any team. Sure, they might win this game, but winning this game by 6.5 in a crazy ass Horizon League that is gonna be a crazy fun tournament to watch. I'm all over the 6.5 points here.
Yeah, I'm with you. Bob Morris did lose to Wright State earlier this year. They did beat them, 3-point win and then a 2-point loss. So they played tight games. I get Bob Morris is home. They won the conference. They're really good, but I think we're getting an inflated line because of that. I think Wright State is live in this game. I'm going to be on the 6.5. It'll probably end up being like my bigger bet of the day tomorrow. but I think they're live in this game to win potentially. So I might sprinkle money line or do a little round robin for dogs tomorrow, considering there's a lot of tourney games, which crazy shit can happen. Wichita State's laying 1 at Rice.
They just dropped Wichita State dropped the game at home to UAB, then dropped that game on the road against North Texas. This is kind of Rice is on. Wichita State's only laying 1 point. They're 4 games better in conference, 4 games better overall. Damn, it seems like it's a Rice spot. And, the line's telling you Rice. I want to bet Wichita State, but this is Rice's last game. Does everybody make it there in the American?
I believe so.
Because if it's that could be a.
Yeah, all 14 schools involved.
Okay. Yeah, last game for Rice in the regular season. I'll be on Rice money line. I hate to fade my Wichita State Shockers, but I think the line's telling you what's going to happen here. I think this should be more of a Wichita State by 2.5, 3.5 even. So yeah, give me Rice money line.
Yep, couldn't agree more. I'm on Rice with you also. FIU at Western Kentucky. Western Kentucky's laying 7.5.
We'll fade FIU on the road. I'll back Western Kentucky, but probably not going to bet it. It's a big number for me. With Western Kentucky, they are not the same Western Kentucky that everybody is used to. But I will pick Western Kentucky minus the 7.5.
Yeah, I like FIU. I think they've kind of been a little feisty a bit here late. I know they lost double overtime to Jacksonville State, beat Kennesaw. Liberty got them, but that's Liberty and New Mexico State. But they haven't been terrible. I know the scores don't project it, but they've been hanging in games for the most part. I'll take the 7.5. I'm not going to bet this game though. No shots.
It's pretty challenging. It is kind of weird. Ken Palm's got this Western Kentucky by 11, but yet it's only 7.5. So it's kind of interesting that it's so low. Books are almost telling you FIU's probably going to hang in here potentially.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, I'll put it down. Maybe I bet it now. Northern Kentucky at Cleveland State.
I think that we're kind of on the same deal. Who was that? The left Dusty Bottoms in the chat calling it moneyline underdog pick of the day. Tomorrow going to be Northern Kentucky over Cleveland State. I couldn't agree more with him, and I'm getting the 4.5 as well. So yeah, give me Northern Kentucky plus the 4.5. You already have the 30-1 ticket, so obviously you're definitely pulling for that, pulling for them outright. But 4.5, Northern Kentucky, they're always a good team here in the Horizon League tournament. So I'll back them. I'll take the 4 points, 4.5 points, and we will see what happens.
Absolutely. Let's go Norse up, get it done. Kind of like that 4.5 too. Cleveland State hasn't looked incredible to end the season. They did lose to Northern Kentucky last. They did beat them by 18 on the road, and then lost by 10 or beat them by 18 at home. Lost by 10 on the road. But they're just 3 and 4, 5, 3-5 to end the season here. On the road hasn't been great. Wright State, Oakland. They did beat Detroit Mercy on the road. Congratulations. But lost to Northern Kentucky. And that's in the stretch here. So they've struggled, but they are at home. I just think Northern Kentucky's just got hot at the right time. They absolutely dispatched Detroit here. I know Detroit's a completely different team here, but they've seen each other twice, 4.5. I get it's on the road, but I haven't been impressed with Cleveland State to end the season here. So I'll take Northern Kentucky. I think they find a way to cover this. Hopefully win, but I think it'll be a tight game regardless. Michigan State at Iowa.
I will lay it with Michigan State. Significantly better team. Their defense is just going to absolutely fuck up Iowa. I also know that Michigan State right now has a 2-game lead against for first. So if they win this game, they win the Big Ten outright. So yeah, give me Michigan State here to beat Iowa. I don't think it's really a get up spot for Iowa on senior day, senior night. I think it's more of a celebrate that Fran McCaffrey is going to be gone. So I think they'll be cheering louder for that than they will be for Iowa seniors. So yeah, give me Michigan State. I'll lay the 7.
I'm with you. Just don't overthink it. If Michigan State doesn't cover 7 against a team that doesn't play defense, so be it. But they look good already. Granted, I won't touch on the Badger game, but found a way to get it done. Queens at Lipscomb. Lipscomb's laying 10.
It's a lot of points. A lot of points in a. I know that Lipscomb beat them by 13. They're on at Queens earlier on in the season. Queens did beat them. They're right at the beginning of the conference play on the road against Lipscomb. I think it's too many points. So I'm all over the 10. I think this is another one where you're trying to think of why the hell is this line so big? Just don't even overthink it. Just take the 10 points. Conference tournament game. Take the 10 points here, and this should be a hell of a game. Personally, semifinal game, both on campus sites. So obviously Lipscomb and North Alabama both be lit there, but 10 is way too many. I know North Alabama's laying 5.5. I feel like if this was a 5.5 number, I would be tempted to more lay it with Lipscomb, but 10 seems like way too many.
Yeah, I'm with you. Give me Queens. Will I bet this? Probably. Not sure, though. Move these over. All right. Charlotte at North Texas. North Texas laying 14.5 with a total of 125.5.
It's a low total for a big number.
Yeah.
We've been seeing that all year with North Texas.
For a while. It's just what they do. Lost McCaslin, and then they brought in what's his nuts, and nothing changed. They still just play lights out defense.
Yeah, Ross Hodge.
Hodge, thank you. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Go for it.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead. I'm indifferent.
I think this line feels telling that North Texas just absolutely clobbers Charlotte. I know Charlotte scored some points late. Nice free throws there, fucking Osabar. Charlotte's looked better lately on offense and whatnot, but North Texas is a completely different animal. They absolutely shut you down. I mean, they've held 66, 61, 57, 44, 61, 66, 61, 50, 54. It's just what they do. Like they just hold you down. I mean, they held FAU to 64 and 61, and that FAU offense is far better than Charlotte. I'm going to play Charlotte under 55.5 in this one.
Yep, right there with you. That'd be the I'll lay it with the points. If I had to pick a side, North Texas minus 14.5. I think the play is either to just play the under, a full game under 125.5, or playing the Charlotte team total under. Both teams, North Texas, second slowest team in the nation. Charlotte in the 300s in pace as well. So I like the fact that Charlotte's going to be able to, like you said, going to struggle against North Texas's defense, and then North Texas on offense is going to take the air out of the ball, and they're not going to look to really speed up the game. So I like both unders, full game under, or just the team total under angle for Charlotte. So yeah, I'm with you on that.
Yeah, this game feels like 72 to 52, something like that. It feels pretty fucking gross. Irvine's laying 6.5 at Davis.
Lane 6.5. What do you got on this one?
Irvine hasn't looked great. Like, they get wins, but they're not by margin. Okay, they beat Fullerton by 15, but other than that, man, 10-point win to Long Beach State at home.
Hey, Fullerton was 25. It wasn't 15. It was 25.
It was a 25-point spread. I thought that was San Diego Lane.
No, Fullerton, they won by 25.
Oh, yeah, bad math. Prior to that, 9-point to Bakersfield, lost to CSUN. You beat Hawaii by 17, but 2-point to Barbara, lost. Was that a 7-point game, 5-point game? Hawaii, again, they just have their number. Riverside, you lost outright. There's been 3 games since January 18th that they've really won by a significant margin. Davis, 4 straight losses. They're back home. Big get-up game against Irvine. They lost by Irvine on the road by 7 last time. Now you're asking Irvine to lay that number again and beat them by that. I don't know. Something just tells me that Davis is a play. Ty Johnson has a huge game. Keeps him in this. Irvine, who's Irvine got on deck? Barbara, whatever. Davis has UC San Diego on deck, so probably the 2 worst teams you could want to face at the end of the season. But, at least Irvine hasn't looked like they did to start the year. I think who was that, San Diego or Riverside beat them first. Once Riverside beat them, they kind of just flopped. Like, they don't look like the same dominant team that was blowing everybody out. So I like I'll take Davis with the points. I'm not going to bet this, though.
Yeah, I'll weigh it with UC Irvine 1/2. I don't know if I'll bet it. Another angle you could possibly look at is maybe just the team total under for UC Davis, if you wanted to kind of go that route. But yeah, UC Irvine on the road. I know they beat, like you said, they beat Cal State Fullerton by 25, but I don't know. It just feels like it's the right number. When you look at it, but I'll be on UC Irvine here, but I don't think I'll bet it though.
Valpo versus Illinois Chicago at Arch Madness, over under 149.5. UIC's laying 3.5. Ashland would, by the way, they won by 8.
Rodfather might be convincing me to bet UC Irvine. By the way, said bet on UC Irvine in away or neutral games after a game where they failed to cover. They're 12-1 since 2024 season, so it might be a bet for me. I don't know. He didn't stray me away from that Marquette first half money line.
Yeah, brutal for Brutal Marquette full game. I had +4. They lost by what, 5, 6, something like that. Fuckers. It was a 1-point game with fucking 10 seconds left, and they lost by 6. Unreal.
I know. I'll take Valpo here. Illinois Chicago beat them twice this year already. They literally just played 4 days ago on Sunday to end the season. Now they got to turn around and play again. Hard to beat a team 3 times. So give me Valpo plus the 3.5.
And they won by a combined 11 in those games. UIC coming in back and only winning home games. They haven't won a road game since Bradley of all teams, January 29th. All right, everything. Let's go Valpo. Let's take Valpo here. This line feels kind of telling a little bit.
And with that Lindenwood cash, looks like I'm sitting 13-4. Fire fucking day.
Damn, hell yeah. Nice fucking day, man.
I was sitting 8-3, and then somehow Wisconsin pulled that out. Marquette lost it. I was like, oh, but then last 4 came through for me. Notre Dame pulled off that comeback. So, hell of a day.
I'm just gonna tell you from now on.
I'd tell Huffer, not me. He's the one having it.
What's that?
I said he's the one having a year.
Yeah, he is. Hawaii at Bakersfield. What is this number? Bakersfield's laying 1.5. Total is 140.5.
Hawaii beat Bakersfield at home by 11 earlier on in the year. I just think it's so hard to play at that fucked up blue court. Yeah, I'll take Bakersfield minus the 1.5.
Yeah. I kind of like Hawaii. Kind of have my pulse on Hawaii all year. People like to back them on the road, back them at home and fade them on the road. I think Hawaii wins this one outright. I think isn't Hawaii coming off of two home losses here in a row over the weekend, or was that last weekend?
Lost to Riverside, but then they beat UC.
I know, yeah, we had Davis. Now they're hitting the road. They have CSUN on deck. Bakersfield, 2 road games, snuck it out versus Long Beach, lost to Poly. That was free 99. Yeah, they lost to Hawaii already. I think a lot of people expect a bounce back, but this 1.5 number, not really too convinced. I mean, it's not like they're a whole lot separating these two teams. I'll take Hawaii. And then, you also got Christensen inside, the big fucking dude. Perfect. Rodfather agrees.
He's giving you 2 angles. Here's 1. Here's 2.
Even better. Yeah, I like Hawaii anyway. And you're gonna add the big man Christensen inside with nobody to match up with him. I think Hawaii gets a big dub here. I mean, as big as it can be against Bakersfield, but we got Denver, St. Thomas. St. Thomas is laying 10. This is a neutral. This is at the Pentagon, I believe. Over under 143.5.
Yeah, this is it. The Sanford. Is that what you're talking about? The
Sanford, yeah, Pentagon
or whatever. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what's up, Dot? I know bad night for you. It's all good. You found us. Hopefully we can give you some winners. Appreciate you stopping by. So hopefully you enjoy it in here.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Let me go St. Thomas. I'll lay it with the Tommies. We're just going to absolutely fuck up Denver here. Summit Tournament. Yeah, I think St. Thomas will take care of business here. I'll lay it. Denver, not at home.
This is the second time they played. Second time. Yeah, they lost by 12 on the road, lost by 3 at home. St. Thomas coming in playing pretty good. They played, where was this neutral game at? Oh, no, Panther Arena. Yeah, I'll go with you. I won't overthink it. Third time, Tommy's got the better coach, better players. I think they figure out a way to get this done. I think Denver really struggles to score on this defense. I mean, Tommy's will force a bunch of turnovers. Both are pretty small. Denver can't shoot free throws. Denver also fouls a fuck ton. They do force turnovers, but they foul a lot. And you got St. Thomas, who's the 18th best free throw shooting team in the country, 2 in conference. Elite inside, can really shoot the ball. I'll go St. Thomas with you here. Get a big win. Not to mention, St. Thomas can't get into the tournament. I don't hate a St. Thomas ticket to win this tournament because they're just going to fucking max effort it to prove a point and stick it to everybody that they're getting screwed out of going to the tournament. CSUN's laying 1.5 at Riverside.
I think CSUN's the better team. I think this line is pretty appropriate. They lost to Riverside at home too. Start conference play by 4. Yeah, give me CSUN here. I think CSUN's playing a hell of a lot better. I mean, of their last 13 games, they're 11-2 in 13 games. Lost to UC San Diego twice, with the last one being only a 6-point loss there at home. I know it's a travel spot going to Riverside, and it is Riverside's last home game. But Riverside's also returning back from Hawaii. I know they've had a week off, but I'll be on CSUN here. I think they're the better team. I'll fade Rodfather's stat that Riverside has won 14 of its last 15 at the Student Recreation Center Arena.
Yeah. Let me see here. These two play yet this year? They have not. Yeah, they did. Riverside beats. Yeah, you said that. Back-to-back road games. Now they're home. Yeah, and they're traveling off of Hawaii too on Thursday. So I mean, you've had a week. But CSUN just put up 103. I know they've been really, really good lately too. That's the thing. What's the tournament looking like? Riverside wins. They can almost secure third spot unless they lose to Hawaii on Saturday.
Yeah, because they're one game back from CSUN right now. If they win, CSUN and Riverside will be tied. They obviously have the tiebreaker because they'll win. They'll swept the season series. So it'll be up to whatever they did on Saturday. So it'd be a must-win game for Riverside against Cal State Fullerton.
Yeah, I'll take. Shit. Was it? I did not. I'm confused. I was just looking at something. Was this CSUN that needs the win? Riverside. No, I'm taking Riverside. My bad. I got mixed up with my angle here. Riverside, they can win. They can do the tiebreaker. Then they just have Fullerton. CSUN's got Hawaii. I'm not sure how the tiebreaker will work. Whether it's like record versus common opponents or like, which is I'm assuming is probably what's going to happen. In which case, Riverside not going to have that unless they get a CSUN L. But even then, I don't think they will. So I'll still take Riverside. Big game at home. I believe it's their last home game too. Then they go play Fullerton. So this is the game that's circled to get done. So I'll take Riverside here. And I just saw USC shot 69% from 3 in the first half. I was debating fucking throwing down a little bit more on second half for Washington. They always played one good half, one shitty half. They just played a shitty half. They're down 12 with a 7-point spread. Tempted. Long Beach State at UC San Diego. Just power through these games real quick. UC San Diego, who do they got on deck? UC Davis, no big deal. They just won by 45, and they were laying 25.5. Now they're 23. Long Beach been pretty bad. Long Beach is like kind of stuck around, but when they played the better teams, they've they played Irvine to 5 points. San Diego lost by 26 last time. At home, Long Beach is catching 23.5.
This line is hilarious. What was that Irvine line against Long Beach State?
Irvine against Long Beach. $16.5.
And we lost by 10.
The first one was 14.5. Didn't cover either. But Irvine also hasn't been as good, in my opinion.
Yeah. And last time, lost to UC San Diego by 26 at home. Yeah. Just lay it with the points.
Yeah. I'll lay it. I don't know if I'll bet it, but you know what? No, I will. UC San Diego's just been an absolute fucking cash cow. Don't overthink it.
And it is their last home game, so they're going to look to run it up.
Yeah, true. Last game before I got to skedaddle out. Cal State Fullerton, Cal Poly. What's this line? Cal Poly's laying 14.5. That feels a bit excessive.
Just take the over. I'm going to bet it.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Cal State Fullerton's a shitty team, but Cal Poly sucks on defense, so just take the over.
Fullerton on the road gave up 100, 86, 91, 82, 82. Long Beach, they held to 67, but 82, 63 to Davis. I'll take Cal Poly team total over.
Yeah, that'd be a good one. Or the over in general. Last time out, it was 98-83, so 181 points. I don't know what the line is. Is it in the 170s?
166.5, I believe. 162.
Yeah, I mean, I could definitely see that, but the better angle is probably just Cal Poly team total, just in case that Cal State Fullerton puts up a fucking stinker that they're definitely known to do. But
163. Yeah, I'll take Cal Poly team total over. Come on, Washington. Why do you suck so fucking much? Thank you for grabbing a rebound. Yeah, I'll take the team total over.
Yeah, I'd want to do the team total versus the full game just because of the fact that Fullerton might just put up not enough. Could be like 100 to 62 and doesn't hit.
It sounds about right if I bet San Diego tomorrow. Long Beach will lose by like 21. Yeah, what's your favorite tomorrow, I guess? Unless you have anything else to go over.
Yeah, I'll give out my favorite and then I'll run through. I had a couple other games maybe, so I'll run through once you pop out. Just quickly, if I'll skim through the ones that we had missed. But my favorite so far will definitely have to be you have yours handy?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Wright State.
Okay, I like that.
No Was that or Sam Houston?
I like that Wright State. I will go. We'll start off with a banger. I'll go. I'll go St. Thomas minus 10. I think they can just put it on them. Put it on Denver tomorrow.
All right, the line's not out, but that on DraftKings for me to look at the put it in there. But I just took another minus 110 plus 264 tomorrow. All right, well, I have to skedaddle, so I guess knock out whatever you have left, and if I'm back, I'll pop in and see if you're still on. But otherwise, that'll be it for me. Let me put this in here quick. Bada bing, bada boom. All right, that'll do it for me. Elliot will take you home. He'll tuck you in tonight. Solo dolo show.
Pump fake after dark, baby.
There we go. All right, man. Talk to you later. Toodles, everybody. Go Washington.
Hell yeah. All right. Let's go back through. If anybody has one that we didn't talk about, I'm going to scroll up DK, see if anything's gotten loaded. Looks like Alcorn versus Mississippi Valley State. That is now on. Looks like Mississippi Valley State is getting what, plus 17.5 against Alcorn State. I don't even know what to do with that game. I would lay it. I'm not gonna bet it, but I would lay it with Alcorn State minus the 17.5. Looks like all these games are. They put all these SWAC games down here. Let's see. There we go. Bet against Niagara after playing a home game. Niagara 0-11. That's what I'm talking about. I'm on. St. Peter's tomorrow, Rod. So appreciate that. I was trying to see if I found this Georgia State. That's the hard thing with all these lines and stuff. It won't be. It's hard for these lines to come out like this Georgia Southern Georgia State line. I'm intrigued by that. I don't see that yet. See a bunch of SWAC. What else? Anything else have? Anybody else have any good games that we maybe didn't touch on? I'm scrolling through, seeing what I can find. I know you skipped some down here. Yeah, let's look at the NC Central South Carolina State game. That's an intriguing one for me. Yes, Adam, I did like UAB. I took UAB minus the 4.5. I think that FAU is pretty fraudulent, especially on the road. UAB is going to be able to take advantage of them on the glass, and I think that Yaxel will be able to take just basically crush. Oh my gosh, I'm blanking on his name. Rosario down low for FAU. But this NC Central South Carolina State game, I look at going betting on South Carolina State here. They're laying 9.5 though, but I still like laying the 9.5. I think this is going to be they're tied atop the conference with Norfolk State, whereas North Carolina Central, they just are off that overtime home win against Norfolk State by 4. I like South Carolina State to take care of business this year. Got to run them out of the gym on this last home game before the MAAC conference tournament starts. So I will be on South Carolina State minus the 9.5. Delaware State, Maryland Eastern Shore. Funny game. But I would probably just lay it with Delaware State. I mean, Maryland Eastern Shore has been kind of on an auto fade. I know that they did just beat Coppin on the road. But I'm not gonna bet this game. I'll stay away from it. But I'd take Delaware State minus the 10.5. Looking at the chat, Nathan, I know that my Cats came through. KSU spot tomorrow. It was a spot tonight, baby. So we didn't even need the points. Fuck the points. North Alabama, Jacksonville. I will say that I'm on North Alabama minus the 5.5. Trevor likes Jacksonville plus the 5.5. He thinks that their defense will be able to kind of hold down North Alabama. I think personally that it's going to be lit there. You've seen what Northern Alabama home games there in Florence. The place gets lit. I think we're going to be introduced to Jakari Lane even more so than people have known before. He's only going to get more of a spotlight, especially if they win the conference tournament and go to the NCAA tournament. Looks like Cerna is on Delaware State and the under for that one. And then Jacob's on Delaware State as well. Let's see. What else we got? Morgan State, Coppin State. Anybody interested in that? I'll skip it if not. I didn't even see a line on it really. Probably down the 7 o'clock slate. Yeah, I don't even see a line. Oakland, Milwaukee, we talked that one. Northern Kentucky, Queens, Lipscomb, Jackson State, Arkansas, Pine Bluff. Another SWAC game. Old Dominion, Texas State. I think I did see JW in the chat drop that Old Dominion, Texas State game. I don't know if I have a line on that yet. Does anybody have a line on the Old Dominion Texas State game? I know that Old Dominion game kind of just went final here a while ago, and they haven't put anything out. But if anybody could share one of those, share the line, that would be. Let's see. Seattle at Southern Utah. Looking for that line. Seattle at Southern Utah. Looks like Seattle's laying 5.5. Let's look into this a little bit further. So we got Seattle beat Southern Utah by 23 at home. Obviously, in the Crack House where they're a wagon. Southern Utah, in terms of they're off the ass kicking that Utah Valley gave them. It's their final home game. I'd look to. I know they're terrible, 4-11 in conference. Seattle 6-8. I might look to take the points in Southern Utah in a little get up spot there, plus the 5.5. I'll write down Southern Utah plus the 5.5, but don't know if I will end up betting it. But I think it might be a good spot for Southern Utah. And then Danny, I know in the let's see, what are your thoughts on Trevor on the day games at Arch Madness? I leaned Southern Illinois. I was on Southern Illinois minus the 1. He was also on that, and then we kind of battled. I'm on Missouri State plus the 5, and he is on Illinois State minus the 5. I just think that maybe that 5 is a little bit too much, especially in these crazy Arch Madness games. So I ended up taking Missouri State plus the 5 there. if it was in that three range, I'd probably end up taking Illinois State. I think Illinois State wins, but I just took the 5 there. They played 2 close games. I think 1 game by 6 and 1 game by 2. So took the 5 there with Missouri State. Purdue, Fort Wayne, Youngstown State. We were both on IPFW. This is an interesting spot because IPFW lost to Youngstown State there at the Igloo. They're back kind of middle of the conference, like February 12th. They lost by 22. Personally, I think that IPFW is a better team than Youngstown State. I think that if they're clicking on all cylinders, I think that their offense will be able to just run Youngstown State out of the gym. I know that IPFW has lost 4 of their last 5, but I like to back them here. I know it's plus 2.5. I think plus 124 on the money line. So I would take a stab there at IPFW. I think that IPFW is definitely has a shot with how senior laden their team is and how high powered their offense is. They could definitely win the conference tournament in the Horizon. The Horizon's always one of those crazy conference tournaments, and it looks like Rodfather is kind of further backing me with a Rodfather stat right there. Adam, North Texas minus 14.5. I laid it with North Texas. I would personally just feel better about the Charlotte team total under 55.5. I think that with the slow pace of play, I know North Texas, they're 362nd in the nation in pace of play, and then Charlotte's like 304th, something around there. So both in the 300s. North Texas is definitely going to slow it down. They're not going to look to push. Charlotte, they're going to get shut down by North Texas's defense. That's kind of what North Texas is known for and does. Now with Ross Hodge, before it was with McCaslin. So they've kind of kept the same philosophy there. My bet would be the Charlotte team total under there. Going back up here, Thomas Skinner. Actually, let's see if I can pull this up for you. We can maybe talk a little bit on the Patriot League. Let me give me 2 seconds. I'll present this. All right, so everybody knows. I know. Damn, this sucks. Maybe I'll do this. Nice. All right, looks good. On our picks page, we kind of have the tabs at the bottom, but we've been kind of creating these brackets. So looking at the quarterfinals here on March 6th. Again, they are all at campus sites. So Loyola at Bucknell, Navy at Boston, Army at Colgate, and then you have Lafayette at American. Biggest thing that I would say for this, let's see if there's any. Let me go to my tab on DK, see if I can find some futures on it. But I would probably, the best thing for me would either to be, I know Bucknell's like -1 or plus 110 or -110 or something to win the conference. That's a little bit steep in my opinion in terms of putting a future in there. I would probably say you could throw in a sprinkle of both American and Colgate. One of those two will kind of get to the final. And then after they've gotten to the final, then you could look at maybe hedging, depending on the number that you got for Colgate or the number that you got for American. Hedge that final if it gets to Bucknell, or if they're in a more favorable matchup with Boston or something like that, then you could just maybe kind of ride it out. But that would be a way that you could play that Patriot League tournament just in general to kind of look at that. For tomorrow, best bet for the Patriot League, I would probably say it'd just be laying it with Colgate or laying it with Boston. I think Army's kind of had a bad stretch. They've kind of fallen off. I think Colgate, they haven't had the best season, 13-18 overall, but they definitely are a team that knows how to win in conference tournament play, knows how to win in March. So that always can translate very well. And yes, we can definitely battle. J-Dub, I'll battle you on that. I'll see you back in the chat tomorrow, and we can talk some shit. Whoever wins, whoever loses. Let's see. What else? Anybody else got anything? I'm gonna go back real quick. Sorry, with me, I've got to do everything all at once. So trying to find the lines and everything. Let's look at. We can look at the SWAC if anybody's interested in the SWAC. Utah Tech, Dixie State, as I like to call them, against Grand Canyon tomorrow. This game's at 9 Eastern. If I look down here, I got Grand Canyon laying 15.5. I can make a banner, but I'll just we'll just roll. The people have to watch to get the lines and everything. Grand Canyon beat them by 13 on the road. I personally think it's probably a smash spot for Grand Canyon here. I know they haven't been as great at home, but it is their last home game. They do have to keep pace with Utah Valley. They're one game back right now. I know Utah Valley's 13-1 in conference. Grand Canyon's 12-2. They split the season series, so I don't know what that'll look like. But I do know that Utah Valley is a tough game coming up against Abilene Christian there on the road. So if Abilene Christian kind of get up and get them, they'd be tied at the top of the lead. So I think Grand Canyon will take care of business, and I'm pretty confident in laying the 15.5 with them. Possibly potentially could be a bet. I'll write that down actually. And we'll kind of look into that further and kind of watch the line movement. I know sometimes it's hard. It seems like we're kind of looking up the lines and looking up things like right when we kind of go live. It's pretty hard to do sometimes. Once I get off work, lines aren't posted. So then we have to, dive into the lines, do kind of initial viewings on things. Maybe we can catch some good early lines, which is always great. Then other times that we don't catch the early lines, we can kind of like pick a side, see what we like, and then we kind of watch the line movement, see kind of what it does. And that's kind of how we attack these games. Really, we look at spots, we look at analytics. We kind of look at it all. It's kind of there's not a one size fits all in all these games. So it looks like Ken's with me on that Grand Canyon. So we'll be riding that together. Virgil, you should definitely go to the game. $14, $17 in Youngstown. I bet they're selling some cheap beer too there. Getting people through the door, getting it loud. You can chirp for me. Chirp on that IPFW so I can win this luck battle against JW. Let's see. Lindenwood, Tennessee State. I know that line's not going to be out yet. Tarleton State at Cal Baptist. I'll scroll up there. I know the Rodfather had a good stat on Cal Bap. Right here, bet against Cal Baptist in home games after a game where they made 78% of their free throws or better. Cal Baptist record is 0-10 against the spread. I was liking Tarleton State. If you guys have been watching for a while, it's been a team that I've liked to bet on throughout this year. I think Billy Gillespie gets a lot out of his team. The fact that they're laying 7.5 is seems to me like it's kind of disrespectful in my opinion. I do know that they did last time they were out on the road. They did get lost to UTA by 10, but then before that they lost by 25 and 37 on the road. So I get that. But I think that they'll be able to keep it close, keep it respectable here against Cal Bap. So I'll be on Tarleton State plus the 7.5. There. And then for the Mount St. Mary's, getting the 8.5. No, they are. Let me make sure I don't want to misspeak. They're playing Quinnipiac, aren't they? Yeah, Quinnipiac is in my opinion is the better team, significantly the better team. In that Mount St. Mary's used to be better. They're not. They're good, but I think it's a smash spot in terms of Quinnipiac. I think the line's kind of telling you they are off that MAAC loss by 10 on the road. Now Quinnipiac gets to come home, last home game of the year before they. I think they play. I think Crutch said that the MAAC plays at the Atlantic Sun or the Mohegan Sun there, and for their whole tournament. So this will be their last home game. And Quinnipiac's kind of been a wagon there at home. I know they just beat St. Mary's by 5, Iona by 5. But if you look at kind of their beforehand, they've been kind of rolling teams by double digits besides Merrimack. Beat St. Peter's on the road by 13. Not St. Mary's, they destroyed them, beat them by 34. So, the fact that it's not like 8.5, maybe that's why, because they won the 34. But yeah, I agree. I think maybe the line should be a little bit lower, but I also think that the reason why the line's so big is because of the fact that it's kind of telling you. I think that line's more telling than anything. So that's why I'm betting Quinnipiac for sure. That'll be one of my bets for tomorrow. I do know. Let's see what Rodfather came up with this Arkansas Pine Bluff bet against Arkansas Pine Bluff after a game where they covered the spread. Looks like they have not covered back-to-back spreads in the 24 season or 25 season. They're currently 0-18. Let me scroll up. I think this was at the top. So it looks like Jackson State is laying 8.5 against Arkansas Pine Bluff. So if we look at that, for the SWAC, I think this is the second to last game of the year before the SWAC tournament. I will say, we're looking into the SWAC a little bit. Jackson State kind of near the top. They're 12-4, right there in second place, just ahead of Bethune-Cookman, right behind Southern. Yeah, I don't mind laying it here with Jackson State. They played yet? Yes, they beat Arkansas Pine Bluff at home by 16. What really does Arkansas Pine Bluff have to play for anymore? I know they're second to last in conference. Obviously, Mississippi Valley State last. Is Doc Bradley playing? No one knows. But yeah, I would lay it with Jackson State there. What else? Anybody else got any questions? I know that there's probably some people that jumped in late. We kind of went through the full slate. I'm just kind of going around and picking out a couple games that we didn't really get to. But if you guys have a game that you'd like to talk, yeah, Doc's in the transfer portal. Exactly, Thomas. He's been in the transfer portal since December 9th, and I think he's played almost every game, if not every game, since he entered the transfer portal on December 9th. Let's look at the San Diego Pacific. I know that was another game that Rodfather had put on up here, and it looks like, if I can scroll up to it. Here we go. Looks like JW was going to take Pacific, but bet against Pacific versus poor defensive teams. Teams that are shooting percentage defensive greater than or equal to 45%. Pacific's record since that 1-17. So, but against Pacific, that just doesn't make a lot of sense to me, because why would you bet against Pacific versus poor defensive teams? You think you would want to bet Pacific against poor defensive teams. But if we look at it, I want to bet Pacific here. San Diego, they've won 2 games. They won 2 games at home. Those were their 2 conference wins, one against Pacific and then one against Portland there to end the home to end the year. They lost to Pacific by 2. Yeah, I agree, Nathan. I kind of lean towards Pacific here. It's trying to look a little bit more analytically. They split the season series. San Diego defense does turn over opponents pretty well, and Pacific is awful at taking care of the ball, so that could definitely be an advantage there for San Diego. Free throw percentage wise, both respectable from the free throw line. 75% for San Diego, 73.5% for Pacific. So pretty respectable there. Pacific, definitely the more experienced team. No real other discrepancies there. It's a stay away game for me. Personally, I'm not going to bet this game. I'm not going to force myself to bet it. But the San Diego defense, 106th in the nation in turnover percentage on D, and Pacific 300th in the nation in offensive turnover percentage. So I think that might play a factor. Give San Diego a few more possessions and possibly allow San Diego to win that game. So I might actually I would pick San Diego on the money line actually. We'll Steve laving it up one time. Now the more that I kind of looked into it, but I'm not gonna bet that game. Yes, I will lay it with lay the number with Alcorn State. Yeah, I agree. That's why 5-24. I'll pass. I will pass as well. They're actually 5-26 now. And then what? Pacific, on the other hand, they're 9-23. So those 2 teams, it's a terrible game. You're a DJ if you're betting that game for sure. But yeah, I will. I'll lay it with Alcorn. I think that number was 17.5, 18.5 now. Looks like it's already moving up ever since it just got released. I'll lay it with Alcorn, but don't know if I'll actually bet it. I mean, Mississippi Valley State is just absolutely awful. Alcorn's not much better, but they already smoked Mississippi Valley State by 47 earlier on. So, yeah, that Delta Devils team total under might not be a bad look. I don't know. Alcorn State's defense isn't very great either, though, so I would just be a little worried. I mean, I know they held them to 39 last time, so are they really going to be is Alcorn really going to be getting up for this game? I would lay it with Alcorn, but I don't know. I don't feel like I would want to do anything. I mean, you're looking at this offensive and defensive efficiency. Mississippi Valley State's dead last in both, 364th out of 364 in the nation, which is hilarious to me. So yeah, they're kind of they're definitely an auto fade for sure. But with an Alcorn State team, they're not the greatest either. What are they in conference? Middle of the pack, 9-7 in conference. Pretty respectable, I guess. I mean, as respectable as you can get for the SWAC. But yeah, I would lay it with Alcorn there. Let's see. Quick run through. Anything else? Anybody else got anything? Might shut it down here. Just wanted to kind of touch a few games that we kind of skipped over. Let me see if I got any lines. I know somebody had the line on that Georgia Southern Georgia State game. Was that 2.5? Is that what I saw? Let me scroll up real quick. Yeah, looks like Mob Rules. Thanks, Mob Rules, for this. Looks like Georgia Southern's lane 2.5. I think Georgia Southern's playing better ball right now than Georgia State. I know Georgia Southern just won against Southern Miss today. I think this is a spot where they definitely it's good to kind of get into that atmosphere. They've already played one game, kind of get one game under your belt. No pun intended there. But they're in Pensacola. I think Georgia Southern's already played. Georgia State, on the other hand, they kind of are opposite of Georgia Southern. They've lost 3 of their last 4. Georgia Southern, on the other hand, has kind of won 3 of their last 4, 3 of their last 5. If we look at they lost to Georgia State in overtime and then beat Georgia State by 1. It's going to be a close game. I would, if it's anything below 3, I will take Georgia Southern. I think they're playing better. I like them as a team more than I like Georgia State. I also like the angle of they've already gotten the one game there in Pensacola already under their belt today when they blew out Southern Miss, and then we'll look to maybe fade them after their third game in 3 straight days when they play again tomorrow. If they beat Georgia State, and they play again on Friday. Looks like Evansville, Murray State. I took I battled Trevor. I took Murray State. I believe he's on Evansville. Can't remember exactly what his cap was for that. For me, it's kind of a revenge angle. Let me pull that game up really quick. Sorry. But Murray State, they lost to Evansville. They only played Evansville once this year. And they beat Evansville first year. So they split, but their most recent, they lost by 4 on the road to Evansville. 5.5 is a kind of a big number, still laying 5.5. But I took Murray State there. I was more confident in laying the Murray State minus the 5.5 than I was with Missouri State plus the 5, for what that's worth. But the more I think about it, the more I kind of maybe like Evansville, but Evansville kind of ended their season on kind of a bad stretch. So let me look into it. We'll look a little bit more analytically on this. Both teams both teams D's. I mean, you could also look at the I do like Murray State's athleticism for sure with that and their guard play. You could also look at the under here. Both defenses are solid. Both offenses, they're okay, but in a new arena there in St. Louis, the Enterprise Center could be a good under or a first half under type of a game, especially because they will be the first. So how the MVC, Missouri Valley Conference, how they do it is they have 2 games in kind of like the early afternoon window and then 2 late games. So this will actually be the first game of the late session. So definitely could see a slow start here. But I wouldn't mind the under there. Let me find that number for you. Under 129.5. Let's dig a little bit further and see if we got a half. Don't have anything on the full or on the team total, first half team total. And yeah, so they run a 2-game split. So if you look at it on the schedule wise, what they do is they sell them as sessions. So there's 2 sessions for each one. Let me pull this up. You got the game at 1 Eastern, and then you got the game at 3:30 Eastern, and then you're split, and then you don't have the next game until 6 Eastern. Yeah, 6 Eastern. And then Virgil, my best 3 plays. I like the Colgate angle. I like laying it with Colgate. I think Army's fading. I gave out as my best bet. I gave out St. Thomas -10 against Denver. Denver on the road. I'll always look to fade them. I know it's a neutral site. Those 2 I like. I do like Southern Illinois -1. I do like. I will say Queens +10. That might be another one of my favorites. I think that's too many points. They're going to play tight there. Semifinals of the ASUN. I know it's at Lipscomb, but I feel like they're gonna play tight. I think it's going to be a single-digit game. Lipscomb might get it, but 10 feels like way too many for me. Charlotte team total under 55.5 or 56.5. I think that's pretty intriguing. I don't mind. I like that Tarleton State, plus the 7.5. Hell yeah, Virgil. What's that future for Queens there? To win the tourney. Yep, I do like the Cal Poly team total over as well. I like the total at first, but then I ended up full game total was nice, but brought up some good points just about Fullerton not being able to score, even though Cal Poly's defense sucks. So that Cal Poly team total I like for sure. Let me look and see. Hell yeah, Virgil. Plus 4,500. Love that. 45-1. Good luck. That'll be a nice little possible hedge if Queens can get this win against Lipscomb. Could have a good little hedge, depending on whether North Alabama or Jacksonville. Good hedge if Jacksonville wins. Season, Hawaii, Bakersfield. Yeah, Sam, it seems a little cheap. I kind of fell for it. Actually, no, I didn't fall for it. They're playing Abilene Christian. Yeah. It seems short. I think it's short for a reason. I think personally, Abilene Christian might win outright against Utah Valley here. And yeah, Thomas, I would play that up to 90. I like them to score 90 or more with that Cal Poly team total over. 88.5, 89.5, 90.5, maybe. But yeah, I like anything under 90. Utah Valley, though, I think the line's kind of telling you. I think Abilene Christian, they've been playing significantly better. They've won 6 of their last 7. I know that obviously, Utah Valley, they're 13-1 in conference. Only dropped the road game to Grand Canyon, but I think Abilene Christian might get up and get them here. They have to play the two best teams in the conference here at home to kind of finish out the season. But they started slow, started 1-6. Now they're 7-7. They've been pretty good at home. They've only lost to Cal Bap at home in conference, and they lost to UT Arlington at home in conference. So yeah, I like Abilene Christian here. I wrote that down plus the 3.5. I think the line, the fact that it is cheap is telling you that Abilene Christian might win outright here. The other thing I was going to look at is, because Abilene Christian does force a lot of turnovers, but Utah Valley respectable with handling the ball, so not a 2-2 advantage to where I'd want to, be real confident in Abilene Christian here. But still, I will definitely be on Abilene Christian. Alvin, I am actually going to go the other way. The over, I don't mind. At first, I'm from Wichita originally, so I like Wichita State. I like the Shockers. I feel like this line is just telling you. I feel like it's too short. It's telling you that Rice is going to win this game. Wichita State, they kind of had a good little stretch where they won 6 in a row, and they dropped the game to UAB. Now they just got off of a tough physical game against North Texas only on Monday. So now they got Tuesday, Wednesday to rest, and then they they're back on the road before they go back home against Tulsa. I like Rice money line here. I think that Rice at the bottom of the conference, 4-13 in conference. Wichita State is 7-9 in conference. I feel like Wichita State should be favored by 3.5, 4, maybe 4.5. So the fact that it's -1, I think is telling you that Rice is probably going to win outright. So I'm on Rice money line there. I don't mind the over though in that. Thomas, Bobby Moore, Wright State. I'm all over Wright State here. It was 6.5. Not quite sure what it is right now. But I was on Wright State plus the 6.5. Don't think that they might not threaten to win. But both the times that these teams have played this year, Wright State, they lost to Wright State on the road by 2, and then Wright State only lost by 3 at home. I feel like 6.5 is just too many points. Kind of like the Queens Lipscomb angle of it plus 10. Not saying they're calling for Wright State to win it on the money line or anything like that, but 6.5 in a winner go home type of a game. I like Wright State in this spot, and the biggest thing is the pressure's on Robert Morris. I mean, what Robert Morris has got here, maybe I can pull this up for you guys. Yeah, I'll pull this up for you guys real quick. Give me 2 seconds while I share this. So here's this Horizon bracket. I kind of moved myself. There we go. All right, so as you can tell, looks like we got first round of the games that was on the campus sites. We got more campus sites here. So Robert Morris, number 1, they're the 1 seed playing Wright State. Wright State off of that win against IU Indy, they're at home. Cleveland State's the 2 seed against Northern Kentucky, the 7 seed. Milwaukee, the 3 seed against Oakland, the 6 seed. and then Youngstown State, the 4 seed, against Purdue Fort Wayne, the 5 seed. Generally, what you see in this Horizon tournament is just absolute craziness and madness. A lot of times, what you'll see upsets. Last year, the 1 seed actually won the Horizon tournament, which rarely happens. So this will be a crazy tournament to keep track of and to kind of watch. Kind of sucks that 3 of the games are on at 7 and then only one's on at 6, or 7 and 8 Eastern if you're on the Eastern time. But for that fact, I kind of like Robert Morris to maybe win the game, but I could see Wright State as the 8 seed, kind of making a push, kind of scaring them a little bit here. So I will be on Wright State. I don't think the 1 seed is going to win this year. Couple good. I know that Trevor's already on Northern Kentucky, 30-1. I would look to maybe sprinkle Northern Kentucky, Milwaukee, and IPFW. I think one of those 3, in my opinion, is going to be coming out of the Horizon League. I don't think the 1 or the 2 seed will be the winner. It rarely ever is, and it happened last year, so I highly doubt that it's going to happen this year. And I'm looking real quick. Virgil going to look about what Rod Z had said. Just got to find it, so it'll take me a second. Oh, here we go. So he said, bet on Robert Morris versus teams who attempt 21 or more 3-point shots per game on the season. Robert Morris' record during the 2025 season is 17-4, which is a respectable amount of teams. But, and nowadays in the game of college basketball, it's a 3-point barrage. It's either 3 and at the rim. It's kind of how the game's played. But yeah, so that's kind of what the Horizon League is looking like. Personally, what I would be looking at future-wise, which I don't know, futures have closed, but if you can get futures now, is Purdue, Fort Wayne, Milwaukee, or Northern Kentucky. Those would be my 3 that I would kind of attack. And I don't think Robert Morris. I think you'll see Robert Morris either lose this game to Wright State or they lose to either Cleveland State or Northern Kentucky. What else? I can look at some other brackets. We can talk some more brackets. I know this one was today. Redo that. Summit starts tomorrow. I know that UMKC won, so these guys will get put. We can put them. Right there. So looking like tomorrow, my OCD is kicking in. There we go. So Nebraska Omaha plays UMKC, North Dakota State against South Dakota State, St. Thomas Denver, and then South Dakota State, North Dakota. So I would be on. I don't know why these games aren't on yet. I'm guessing maybe. There should be. Hell yeah, Virgil. 250-1. Just trying to look and see on the Summit. games. Yeah, it looks like they're played both Thursday and Friday. So the 2 games tomorrow is UMKC, Nebraska, Omaha. They're at so UMKC, Nebraska, Omaha is Thursday. St. Thomas, Denver is also Thursday. And then the 2 Friday games will be North Dakota State, South Dakota, and South Dakota State, North Dakota. So all the Dakotas will be playing on Friday. But yeah, so that'll be the summit there. Hell yeah, Sam. I 100% agree. That's going to be an awesome game. Hopefully both teams can take care of business there in the first. Like I said, I'm on St. Thomas minus the 10, so I think that they will take care of business there. They don't have pressure. Everybody's got to remember that St. Thomas cannot make the NCAA tournament. They went straight from Division III to Division I, so they don't. Unfortunately, NCAA sucks ass, and they don't allow those teams to get into the tournament. So they don't really have pressure. So I feel like they're going to play well in this tournament. Huffer has not broken a trash can yet. He didn't break it out yet, but we'll see. I know he's in DC. He's going to miss the next couple of shows for work, but I would assume that he might be breaking out the trash can one way or the other, whether it's partying too hard or betting on Nebraska Omaha, Virgil. Let's see. Anything else? Any last little tidbits that we can kind of talk about? I don't want to keep everybody too long. There's a couple other SWAC games, but if there's a bet on it, we'll get it put out on the Twitter. The biggest thing is we'll check the picks page. Like I said, I was sharing those brackets. They're also on the picks page as well. So if you click onto the link for the picks page, you'll be able to see all the brackets. We kind of update those each night as well, and we'll kind of keep publishing out the brackets as more are finalized. But yeah, so just look for the picks page. I'll post my picks there on the Twitter. And as it says right there below, just follow us on Twitter X, PumpFakePod, at Michael_Huffer3, at StooleyPicks, and at IM_Money. Appreciate everybody for joining tonight. Sorry if I kept everybody too long. Just kind of wanted to talk a little bit more of those games that we had not gotten to. Some of those smaller games that I like to talk about and to kind of to dig into. So gonna be tomorrow is the start where we're gonna have basketball in the afternoon for the next 10-15 days. Basketball pretty much all the time. So we'll be here. Hopefully we can talk some more ball. I love hanging out with you guys in the chat. I'm sorry I wasn't as active in the chat tonight. I'm kind of behind the scenes just with Huffer being gone. So just appreciate all you who stopped by, dropped in the chat, put their picks, whether you tail or fade. We're here. We appreciate you. I'm always down to talk shit if I get something wrong. And you can talk shit right back to me when I'm wrong, and when I'm right, you can give me the grace to be able to talk shit right back to you. So it's fun. It's a good space. I appreciate everyone, and Fire Night 14-3, UNLV 14-3. So it was a hell of a night. Hopefully we can keep it rolling. Thomas, appreciate you, my man. Hope that we can give out some winners and make it fun, make it interactive with the chat. Peace and love, as Michael would say.